Imagine waking up one day to find that the world's most famous landmarks had simply vanished. What would it mean for history, culture, and tourism if these iconic wonders were wiped from existence? In today's video, we take you on a thought-provoking journey through a world where these landmarks disappeared overnight and explore what would remain in their place. What if the world's most famous landmarks disappeared? A journey through forgotten wonders. Chapter 1. The cultural impact of vanishing landmarks. Landmarks like the Eiffel Tower, the Great Wall of China, and the Taj Mahal aren't just architectural wonders. They're cultural symbols that define the identity of entire nations. If these landmarks were to disappear, it would leave a cultural void that could never be filled. Festivals, traditions, and even the local economy would be severely impacted. Imagine Paris without the Eiffel Tower, or Egypt without the pyramids. How would these places redefine themselves without their most famous icons? What alternative symbols might rise to take their place? Would new landmarks emerge, or would these cultures become lost to time? Chapter 2. The economic fallout. Tourism in crisis. Tourism is a major economic driver for many countries, with landmarks often being the main attraction. The disappearance of these wonders would lead to an economic crisis in regions heavily reliant on tourism. Jobs would be lost, local businesses would close, and entire communities could be left without a source of income. The loss of tourism revenue would be devastating, and governments might struggle to find new ways to attract visitors. Could virtual reality or other technologies step in to fill the gap? Or would these places become ghost towns, forgotten by travelers? Chapter 3. The environmental consequences. Nature reclaims its space. With the disappearance of these landmarks, nature would begin to reclaim the space once occupied by human-made structures. In some cases, this might lead to positive environmental changes, as natural habitats are restored and wildlife returns. But in other cases, the loss of landmarks could disrupt ecosystems that have adapted to human presence. The environmental impact would be complex and varied, with both positive and negative outcomes. Would these areas become new natural wonders, or would the environmental consequences outweigh the benefits? Chapter 4. Historical memory. Preserving the past without physical monuments. Landmarks are not just physical structures, they are vessels of history and memory. If they were to disappear, how would we preserve the stories and significance of these places? Without physical monuments, we would have to rely on photographs, digital reconstructions, and oral histories to keep their legacy alive. But would these be enough to maintain a connection to our past? Or would future generations lose touch with the history that shaped our world? Could virtual reconstructions or advanced technologies allow us to experience these landmarks in new ways? Or is there no substitute for the real thing? Chapter 5. The psychological impact. A world without icons. The disappearance of the world's most famous landmarks would have a profound psychological impact on people around the globe. These landmarks are not just tourist attractions, they are symbols of hope, resilience, and identity. Their loss would leave a deep emotional scar as people struggle to cope with the absence of places that have always seemed eternal. The world would feel smaller, less vibrant, and somehow incomplete. How would we adapt to this new reality? Could new symbols of hope and identity emerge? Or would we forever mourn the loss of these irreplaceable icons? Chapter 6. A New World. Rebuilding and moving forward. While the loss of the world's most famous landmarks would be a tragedy, it could also be an opportunity for renewal. New landmarks could be built, reflecting the values and aspirations of a new generation. Innovative architecture, inspired by the past but looking towards the future, could create new icons for the world to admire. The disappearance of the old could pave the way for a new era of creativity and cultural expression. What kind of landmarks would we build in this new world? How would they reflect the challenges and triumphs of our time? Conclusion. The power of landmarks in our lives. Landmarks are more than just buildings or statues. They are symbols of our collective history, culture, and identity. The thought of losing them is a sobering reminder of their importance in our lives. But even if they were to disappear, the human spirit's capacity for creativity and resilience would ensure that new wonders would rise in their place. In the end, landmarks are not just about the past, they are about the future we build together. What landmark means the most to you and why? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey through a world without landmarks, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking explorations. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure.